Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So now guys, this is a matter that at least a good 80% of the southern space of Nigeria, of the Nigerian southerners, have been contending with for a very long time. This is something that a lot of us have an issue with. Guys, I bring you this. Arabic inscriptions on Naira has nothing to do with Nigeria's secular status, a headline attributed to the Central Bank of Nigeria. Now, ever since I have grown up enough to understand anything, there has always been Arabic inscriptions on the Nigerian currency. So now, why is this? There is no Arabic speaking part of Nigeria. There is no part of Nigeria that the Arabic language is indigenous to. So why then would you have the Arabic language as the bold face of the Nigerian currency? Again, the headline, Arabic inscription on Naira has nothing to do with Nigeria's secular status, a headline attributed to the Central Bank of Nigeria. So now let's now see how this is explained. The Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) on Tuesday responded to a suit filed by a Lagos-based lawyer, Chief Malcolm Omirobo, at the Federal High Court Lagos, seeking the removal of the Arabic inscriptions on Naira notes as it portrays the country as an Islamic state. In opposing the suit, which is before Justice Mohammed Liman, the Apex Bank contended that the Arabic inscription do not threaten Nigeria's constitutional status as a secular state. In the suit, Omirobo had argued that he does not know what the inscription means and is therefore praying the court to order the Central Bank of Nigeria to replace them with either the English language, which is the official language in Nigeria, or any of Nigeria's three main indigenous languages, Hausa, Yoruba, or Igbo. The lawyer added that with the Arabic inscription on the Naira note, the Central Bank of Nigeria has been violating Section 10 and 55 of the Nigerian Constitution, which makes the country a secular state. He therefore asked the court to restrain the Central Bank from further approving, printing, or issuing Naira notes with Islamic inscriptions. Bearing in mind, Nigeria is a secular state, but in a counter affidavit in opposition to the suit deposed to the Apex Bank through its lawyer Abiola Lawal, the Central Bank of Nigeria maintained that contrary to Omirobo's claim, the Ajamni inscription on some of the country's currencies do not connote any religious statement or Arabian alignment, adding that the inscription were not a threat to Nigeria's secular status. The inscription on the country's currency do not, and at no time, threaten the secular statehood of the nation, nor have they violated the Constitution of Nigeria, as every design and inscription was finalized with the approval of the relevant government bodies, the Central Bank of Nigeria said. The Apex Bank stressed that the inscription on the Naira notes dated back to the colonial era, and they do not imply that Arabic is an official language in Nigeria. The Naira notes have retained the inscription with the Ajami inscriptions since 1973, when the name of the Nigerian currency was changed to Naira from pounds. The Ajami was inscribed on the country's currency by the colonialists to aid those without Western education in certain parts of the country, who back then constituted a larger part of the populace. The Ajami is not a symbol or mark of Islam, but an inscription to aid the populace uneducated in Western education in ease of trade. So now there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. They are telling us now that the Arabic language is not in fact an Arabic language, even though the inscription is in Arabic, but it is not essentially an Arabic language, and therefore it cannot be aligned to any religion. This is what they're saying to us, and they're also saying that they have these inscriptions on there for the people of certain regions to be able to recognize the currency and its value. This is the explanation that the Central Bank Bank of Nigeria is giving us for having Arabic inscriptions, because there are Arabic inscriptions on the Naira note. So this is what they are saying. I didn't even know what Ajami is, but I do know that now. Well, I don't know, but I'm aware of the word. But this is what they are saying. So let's just see how that stands up to logic. So they are using a language from foreign shores that are hundreds of miles away, if not thousands of miles away, to describe a currency to people that you're saying are not educated. So you're saying they are not educated in Western education, so they must then be educated by this inscription that you have now in Arabic education, for you to have Arabic inscriptions on the currency. So now if you are saying it's for this population who do not recognize English words, then of course they must have a language that is peculiar to them. So that language then that is peculiar to them is what this gentleman now, this Omoribo, is asking now that foreign language, Arabic language, be changed to. So I can align myself with that completely, because of course Nigeria is not an Arabian country, nor is it an Arabic speaking country. And even though Arabic is spoken in certain parts of the country, it is most definitely not an Arabian country. So we have plentiful languages within the Nigerian space, and a lot of these people that were not educated in Western education, they should be educated by now, because we have been going for 60 years under that system of a Western English speaking education. So they should be educated by now, because it doesn't take 60 years to teach anybody how to understand basic rudiments of the English language. So that's the one thing. But if you are insisting that these people do not understand the English language, then this gentleman, this lawyer from Lagos, has preferred a more reasonable solution, that you write in their own language of choice, their own native language, whatever descriptions you want to attach to the Naira note. So write it in Hausa for them so that they understand it. Even write it in Wazobia, write it in Hausa, write it in Yoruba, and write it in Igbo, but definitely not in Arabic, because as I said, and as the gentleman is saying in court, that Nigeria is not an Arabic speaking country. We are not an Arabic speaking country. Arabic is neither the official language of the country, nor is it a language that is native to any part of the country. So why would the first phase of the country, because your currency is your first phase, if you think of America, you think of the dollar. If you think of United Kingdom, you think of the pound. If you think of Germany, you think of the euro, etc., etc. If you think of China, you think of the yen. So the public face of your country is your currency. Then how can then our public face as Nigerians, West Africans, black people, how can our public face be described in Arabian language? It doesn't align, and it doesn't line up, because the Arabic language is a language predominantly for religion, and it's a subsect language, well, at least within the Nigerian space. Of course, the Arabic language is the language for the Arabians, and that is how they used to communicate. But within the Nigerian superstructure, the Arabic language is predominantly for religion, and is spoken by a subset of the society. So you cannot then use that as the bold face, as the public face of the country's currency. This is where the argument is. Conversations in the comment section. The lawyer in Lagos has taken a position on something that we all have a thought on. Come share your thoughts about all this with me in the comment section. But before you come share those thoughts, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. Bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Click on like as well, because that helps with the YouTube algorithm. Once you've done all the clickings, come join me then in the comment section. Come tell me what your understanding is of having Arabic as the official wordings, the letterings of the Nigerian currency. So I'll leave you here. Carry this conversation on with you in the comment section, but here I say peace.